Hey there. Just finishing my coffee. Yes, it's time once again for the golden age of DC Comics, 365 days, where I take this beloved hardcover coffee table book and we use it for its intended purpose. This was given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends, and it's been surfing my coffee table ever since. It has been a great source of comic book conversations, the kind we'd have in the comic book shops, and I intend to recreate that with you here today. So the golden age of DC Comics runs from 1938 until 1955. The Silver Age from 1956 until 1970. The Bronze Age, I'm a Bronze Age baby, goes between 1970 and 1985, with the Copper Age beginning in 1985. I'm using this book for its intended purpose, a 365 days book. We open up to today's date, we look at some art, we read the blurb, and then we're going to talk about comic books. And we are going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. This is a 2004 Abrams publishing book. You can find the link in the description to Amazon so you can get your own copy. It makes a great gift. This was written and curated by Les Daniels, Chip Kidd, and Geoff Spear. Thank you guys very much for all of this comic book conversations. I'd like to throw in right about now the escapism caveat. Activism is a very important thing in our world. We live in interesting times, and the world needs our help. People need our help too. With that said, we need escapism more now than ever. We need to leave behind this world's many problems, be it interpersonal or anything else outside of our homes that have a direct impact on us. We need to be able to leave these problems behind just for a few moments with our imaginations and be spirited away to a different place, a different time, even a different body. Be a different person and make different choices. And that's what escapism does. Whether it's art, it's music, it's cinema, or sports, escapism is very important to us as humans. And for activism to come in and try to bully us, they need our fictions and our fandoms as platforms. They're using us. And when we don't comply, they bully us. And I reject that. And I fully love activists. I think you're doing a decent job, and I think you need to keep it going. But keep to your spaces, because you're trying to bully us out of our spaces, like in gaming. Oh gosh, everything. Why is everything is bad? Because we're intersecting the real world into our fantasies, and you're well intended. I get it. But let's get back to this. We're going to crack this book open to today's date, which is June the 29th. And we are talking about Streak the Wonder Dog. Okay, yeah. We're going to have a big one today. Okay. This was art by Alex Toth from the cover of Green Lantern number 36 from February of 1949. Let's look at Streak the Wonder Dog leaps into a crossfire of blazing action in The Mystery of the Missing Messenger. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, look, it's Streak the Wonder Dog. Let's read the blurb. With superheroes in a slump, DC spent the late 1940s searching for a substitute of some kind. One of the most unusual was this canine character, created by writer-editor Robert Knighter. It's strange as it seems, Streak the Wonder Dog was perceived to be a winner that he actually took over the cover spot on a comic book named for the long-running superhero Green Lantern. This striking image of the noble dog leaping across a full moon was considered strong enough to be used again in a few months. But this publication was on its last legs. It's Streak the Wonder Dog, but it's drawn by Alex Toth. Who's Alex Toth? Well, we say a lot of the times, well, this is Alex Toth, my background of Batman at the Hall of Justice, starring on the SuperFriends, regarding the trouble alert at the main computer. And Alex Toth was designed the SuperFriends in this incarnation of the heroes, how they looked and how the world looked. There's spin-off characters like Zan and Jaina, or Wendy and Marvin, and Wonder Dog, and another superhero dog, huh? I wonder if Alex Toth got the idea for Wonder Dog through Streak here, huh? But Alex Toth was on a Hanna-Barbera animator designer from the 1960s and 70s. He also did the Fantastic Four back then, Space Ghost, Sea Lab 2020, the Herculoids, and Birdman. And if you remember, Adult Swim in the 2000s did these parody shows based upon basically all of this Alex Toth art, and using recycled old episodes, and even new stuff too. But I for one loved Brack, the Brack show. Brack was the part of the Space Ghost Coast to Coast late night talk show. And it was just mad, absurd humor, full of pop culture references, and lots of good stuff. And it's a slow news day, so I'm going to once again on slow news days, I want to talk about themes, running themes on the show. One of the running themes is the ages of different comics. Since we are focusing on the golden age of DC Comics, we can't neglect what came after, and most specifically how to define the different ages. And I believe that I can be part of this conversation, especially for what modern age we appear to be in. And because according to the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide, this is the most recent edition, and I feel this is a great standard to come from. They talk about a golden age from 1938 to 1945, the Atom Age between 1946 and 1956, the Silver Age in 1956 to 1970, which also reminded at the beginning of the Silver Age comes the Comic Code Authority seal. The Bronze Age, I'm a Bronze Age baby, 1970 to 1984, the Copper Age between 1984 and 1992, and the Modern Age between 1992 and today. Now, I got this information from the glossary in the Overstreet Price Guide. All right? That's how I got the ages. I think that's a very fair standard. There's also the comic link, and this is on page 157 and 1 to 159, where I'll read Modern Age. Yeah, it goes from Golden Age, 1933 to 1955. Okay? It goes Silver Age. Where is it? It's right in front of me. Because it says Bronze Age goes from 1970 until 1979. So that means its Silver Age goes from 1956 to 1969. Yes, and the Modern Age goes from 1980 to the present. And this is Comics Link. Let me just get that right. This is Josh Nathanson, Doug Gillick, and Rick Hirsch from Comic Link. Comic Link is proud to be celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. It was in 1996 that we started the first internet browser-based consignment firm focused on comic books and related artwork. So again, another fair standard. Now we have two standards to work from. And I come to I call it Sully's synthesis and suggestion, that the Golden Age is from 38 to 55, Silver Age is from 56 until 70, Bronze Age from 70 until 85, and that the Copper Age goes from 85 until 2000. There's a Millennium Age between 2000 and 2015, and we're in a current age from 2015 until now. And following the 15-year span of the previous ages from Silver, Bronze, Copper, and Millennium, I can see this current age, this postmodern age, ending in 2030, in 8 years from the production date of this particular video. I feel that the Copper Age has a 3-act story. And why do I go beyond 1992? Well, 92 is a good place to leave it. I can see the logic in that. That's Image Comics, who are celebrating the 30th anniversary this year. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Image. And but I see it to extend it until 2000, have a clean break there, and call it the Millennium Age. We are now in the 21st century. 9/11 happened, and the MCU along the way as well, which is the product of this lifelong comic book superhero storytelling, isn't it not? And but the Copper Age, I see, goes from 85 to 92, which is post-crisis, entering a dark age. Watchmen, Dark Knight Returns, Dark Horse comic book imprint as well. Viz started doing manga, and in 92 we have Image Comics coming to be, The Great Revolution, and then in 93 you have Vertigo. But then there was also the comic book implosion of the speculator market. So by the mid 90s, the mid to late mid 90s, there was the speculator implosion. But by like 1998, 99, there was a renaissance of these superhero stories. Grant Morrison's JLA, J. Michael Straczynski, and John Romita Jr.'s Amazing Spider-Man. These are just the ones I've had personal experience with. And say Warren Ellis's Stormwatch on Wildstorm, which was a spin-off of Image Comics, and the Stormwatch became the authority for the 21st century, which is part of this delineating line, to a Millennium Age. So I see the Copper Age as having its very own 3-act structure. And I want to share that with you, and I want to try to sell you on this notion. And I want to contribute to the conversation we're having about comic books, about the ages of comic books, because it all started with the Golden Age. And then we've been talking about the Golden Age of DC Comics, 365 days. We're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. Turn on those notifications. I make daily content. We try to keep it light and positive here. I am an ordained minister, an amateur theologian. Hashtag lighten up. And it's about enlightenment and how a little spirituality can go a long way in your daily life. I'm a professional chef. I have a playlist called What's Cooking, where I share my cooking hacks and my soups, which are apparently very popular. And also tune in for bunnies eating breakfast. Seriously, it's there. I also do something called Naked Eye Sky, where I try to there are planets in the early morning sky, and I'm there too. And if I can see them, if it's not cloudy, I'm going to share it with you. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you in the funny pages again tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.